Hello YouTube people. I was going to vlog today that I was going to pick up a trailer so that I could tow the Z around. So this morning I hop in the handy dandy Titan and go to pick up some groceries, and it wouldn't start when I went to leave Aldi. Thankfully I had my code scanner with me, so I was able to see what the problem was, and it was the camshaft sensor, which, if you're not aware where that is on a Titan, it's back behind there, like on the back side of the motor. I'm not a small guy. This hand does not get back there super well. Thankfully, I already had somebody on the way over to the house because we were working on a project for the Z that you guys will hopefully see very soon. So we were able to pick up the new camshaft sensor. I can't words, I'm so tired. We went and picked up the new camshaft sensor, got that popped in, was able to drive the truck home, and then we were on to the next project. That project involves the trailer ball, because I was going to pick up a trailer. Now, I'm sure you've seen me towing a trailer with this thing before, but that wasn't my trailer. That was a trailer I had been borrowing, and it was damaged by someone else, and it's at the point where it's just not fixed yet, and I need to use a trailer. So I went and picked up one myself. And I really do apologize for not properly vlogging this trip. I was just so stressed with the truck breaking down this morning, and then trying to get that fixed, and then almost running late to go pick up the trailer. But here it is. It is not pretty. It needs some love, but it is mine. So it's got new tires, which is one of the big selling points. It is also fairly long and fairly wide. So a lot of the trailers I've looked at, the Z tires would be right at the edge. So you have to line up super perfectly. This thing is at least 6 inches wider than my Z, so it shouldn't be that awful to get the thing on here. So with this trailer, really all it needs is just a couple planks replaced, and then probably piece of metal or something around here just to tie it down. And as you can see, ratchet straps are holding it on right now. So here's the trailer I had been using, and as you can see, the lip of the metal is just terribly bent. So this one's just gonna take a lot more work to fix someone else's trailer than it's worth for me to do. So got one for me.
1 week later.
Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of Austin Spends a Lot of Time Working on Something, because when people sell stuff on Marketplace, it is never as good as they say it is. So this trailer I bought, they said it needs new wood. I put new wood. They said it just needs a new trailer plug. I put a new trailer plug. The lights still don't work. So that is today's problem to tackle. So I bought the new plug, I wired it up all nice. And then I realized that the plug had a very, very short lead and it needed to be longer. So then I used the old wiring to elongate that. So made it long enough to work. And that didn't fix it either. The light still didn't work. So since just replacing that plug did not fix it, I went ahead and looked through every single inch of the wiring to make sure there wasn't any problems. And boy, was there some problems. So if you notice that there's a lot of spots along here that have something done to it, it's because when they stuck these in the side of the board, they stapled them. And one of the staples went through 3 out of the 4 wires. So I went through and fixed everything. The ground was also in a really bad spot, so I fixed that, and the light actually worked. Only the light on the right side though. The one on the left didn't do anything, and the one on the right, all it did was flash with the turn signal, but the running light didn't work at all. So I grabbed a kit on Amazon with new lights, new wiring, and hopefully by the end of today, this will all be fixed. Thankfully, while I was going through all the wiring, I was smart enough to not reattach it in 600 places on the trailer. So first step is going to be removing all of the wiring and removing the lights. All right, so I got the wiring all removed. Now, that one shouldn't be too terrible to get to. That one's going to be fun to get to. So I was wrong. That one was actually easy to get to with a wrench. But this one, even my deep socket, doesn't fit all the way in there. So I might just have to rip this thing off. I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but it's been sprinkling off and on. But new light installed, and I even got my tag to fit. It's got a tag light integrated into the light. So I moved my tag from there over there. Now to do the wiring. All right, I got the physical lights mounted in place. Now I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. I'm gonna read the instructions to see what I'm supposed to do, so I don't have to do this again. Another thing I may not have mentioned before, if you have an old, you can see how ugly rusty this trailer is. Try to grind off around your ground. It'll make a much better connection. That could still look better, but I'm gonna hope it works. So same thing with this side over here. That is probably not gonna make a great connection. So I'm gonna sand that down a little bit and see if we can't make it better. Yeah, see, that looks a lot better. That should make a good connection. All right, so I have connected all of the lights to the wires. Got the connections on. I've not prettied everything up yet. I'm gonna pull my truck back here and plug everything in and see if it works. All right, so I have the headlights on. I just plugged it in and I see light. So I think that is a good sign. So I threw the flashers on, as well as having the lights on, and it's doing both the low beam and the high beam. Plus, the light works for the license plate. Hell yeah. It's kind of hard to test the brake lights by yourself, but they work too. Radical. All right, so we have verified that everything works. Now I have to add the side markers and then go through the effort of making all the wiring look pretty. It is already kind of starting to get dark and it's still sprinkling a little bit, so I might work on it some tonight. I might push that off to tomorrow. We will see. So as I expected, the rain got worse immediately, so I'm taking a quick trip to Harbor Freight. I somehow don't have any ring terminals, for doing the grounds. So I'm gonna go pick those up. The kit only came with 2. The grounds for the rear lights didn't come with ring terminals for the wiring ground or for the grounds for the side markers. So I'm gonna go pick up ring terminals and I'll pick this back up in a little while. All right, I am back home from Harbor Freight. It only took me about 30 minutes, but it's already getting dark. Doesn't look that dark, but you can tell by how crappy I look on the camera. It's gotten dark. All right, I turned a light on, so now you can really see how dark it is because the iPhone's not doing that screen brightening thing. But yeah, the lights work. Super stoked on that. So tomorrow I'll pick this back up and finish it up. Good morning, friends. It's another lovely day to work on the trailer. It just stopped raining. The wind was actually so bad that the shed opened. So I'm gonna close that and I'm gonna get working on the trailer, lighting some more. Well, I don't know how well the camera picks it up. I think you can see it's raining again. So I'm gonna pick this back up in a little while. So the rain keeps coming in and out. Every time I put everything away, it stops raining, and then I set it all back up to continue working, it starts raining again. So I just put a canopy tent. Hope that helps. Good morning. So it's the next day and I came outside to finally try and finish up the wiring on the trailer, and it's like a swamp out back because of all the rain. You can see the front of the Z is in the water, and this whole area where the trailer is underwater. So I think I'm gonna have to wait till later to work on this. All right, so it is another day later. You can see there's a lot of water. So I'm wearing boots to work on this, but it seems like the rain's done for the weekend. So hopefully I can knock this out. All right, so the main trailer wiring is all done. However, I still have a couple things left to do. I ordered a metal license plate bracket because this plastic one, I feel like if I ever hit anything with it, it's just gonna fall off and I won't have the license plate anymore. All right, so now that that license plate bracket is put on and doesn't look like it's gonna fall off anymore, now time to test that all the lights work. So the first thing I see, corner marker is working. That is good. Got the light working. License plate light is working. This light is working. And our corner marker over here is working. So, success. So we tested to make sure everything works. So super happy about that. However, there is one more lighting thing I want to knock out before the trailer is like complete. Based on how wide the trailer is, I'm supposed to have these ID lights right here. As you can see, one is missing, and when I was actually going back there to tear into it, half the wiring is destroyed. So I tried to remove it, but the winch is connected to it, and that's not coming undone unless I can get it working. So I grabbed a battery pack. I'm gonna see if that helps. All right, so I hooked the battery pack to that. The guy said you just put power on one side, ground on the other side, and it'll either push the wire or pull the wire, and then flip it around to do the other one. It doesn't work at all. So I guess I have to remove it to get it unhooked from the back of the trailer. Woo. So the lights are mounted now. I just have to wire them and then test those out too. So I finished wiring up that ID light in the rear. So let's test it out and see if it works. Got the truck hooked up. Let's see. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Awesome. Truthfully, I haven't done much wiring over the years, so this was a big, like, I hope it works, because I'm not positive it's gonna work, but super stoked it worked. This wasn't exactly the most exciting video. This was just gonna be a small part in another video, but as you can see, it turned into a lot more than the hour-long project I thought it was gonna be. So thanks for watching, thanks for liking, subscribing, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.